Alright, and just like that, we are back live. Although I must say the Twitch has taken a while, but we are back live on YouTube. And so next up, Jamie Alexiak, who I don't think is on Dallas anymore. Try though, Jamie Alexiak. Alright, he does still play for Dallas. I guess he can stay the same overall then. Andrej Sekera now. Pretty sure he, alright, no. He still plays for Dallas as well. Unlike others, though, I think, yeah, I think he needs a small downgrade, I would say. Just a small one, like, to like 79, 78 overall. Health issues have really been plaguing him recently. So I would say his durability's gotta go even more down. There we go, just like that, he is 79 overall. Also, for some reason, my Twitch stream is still not working, which is weird. So let me try this again. Next up is Matthias Janmark. He now plays for Vegas. Alright, I'll transfer that. For some reason, my Twitch isn't quite working. Maybe if I turn off the PlayStation and then return, that would work. I don't know. I guess I could try that. Because for some reason it's not recording on Twitch, but it is on YouTube. I guess I'll restart the PS4. Until then, we can just hang out and chat, I guess. Hey, who's watching? Who is watching? Please don't feel afraid to say something in the YouTube chat or the Twitch chat once I get the Twitch up and running. I mean, feel free. You're our only viewer right now, so it would mean a lot to me if you chat. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with just watching and not chatting, but chatting sort of makes things more fun. Alright, we turned on the PS4 again because I want to see if I can stream. We were in the middle of doing Dallas's rosters, which I must say is interesting. Dallas, quite interesting. I wonder how every team is gonna sim after the amount of massive changes that I'm doing. It's gonna be fun, this franchise mode, because it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a lot more realistic. But I also think that there's gonna be some room for really nice, fancy, sort of out of nowhere type stories. Like for example, I legitimately think that Dallas could like make a run and do really well in the playoffs because I've buffed some of their players, but we'll see. Also, let's start streaming. All right, we are on air on Twitch as well. So please don't be afraid to click both links, please. Twitch is for the graphics, YouTube is for the audio. As usual, same procedure. All right, so let's continue with our Dallas adventure. So we were doing Denis Gurianov. So okay, Denis Gurianov needs a massive upgrade. He is amazing. One of Dallas's bright young players, a really good player. Um, what can I say? 30 points in 52 games, easily his best season, and he's only getting better. I would agree that he's a sniper. Um, Attributes wise, I would say he's a high top 6 rather than a low elite. Let's get his bar checking a bit up. Endurance definitely up. Puck control. Passing was definitely better this year. Power, wrist accuracy, power accuracy of the shot. His shot is really good. So I would like to make that how it's supposed to be. Acceleration, balance, face off just a little bit, just to inflate that overall a little bit. Durability up a little bit. Deking, aggressiveness. Poise can go way up. He's been in one amazing playoff run. Hand-eye can go a bit up. Shot blocking can go a bit up. Offensive awareness definitely can go up. Defensive awareness can also go up. Yeah, 83 overall. I think that's much more fair for Denis Gurianov, especially with his potential. He's going to be growing. So I think I'm happy with how that is. Next up is Blake Como. So Blake Como right here. I don't know how he's doing. He is still in Dallas. Alright, just because of that, I won't touch his overall. I feel like these are the role players, you don't need to change your overall. Now, Corey Perry, first of all, he's in Montreal now. And second of all, I think he needs a massive upgrade after what he did this season. He was really good. Obviously, we won't make him like prime Perry, but he certainly was better this season and certainly deserves an upgrade. I think 79 is quite low for a player of his caliber. So let's get him to Montreal. and he was quite good in Montreal. I mean, 21 points in 49 games, and in the playoffs is where he really stepped up. 10 points in 22 games. I really think this man needs a boost. A little bit of a boost just to get him back to like 80, 81, 82 overall. Because I don't think he's the best player in the NHL, obviously, but I think 79 is a tad bit low for him. And I would like to do him justice by boosting his overall. Here we go, Corey Perry. So, speed up already gets him to 80 overall. Let's get his passing a bit up, his accuracy a bit up, his accuracy a bit up. Agility can go one up. Strength definitely getting stronger over the years, even though he's not quite the same in terms of speed and stuff like that. Durability can go a tad bit up, maybe to like 75 now. Aggressiveness can go up. Poise definitely can go up. This man has been on so many great playoff runs. I think he deserves at least a 92 poise. Hand eye can go one up, I guess. Shot blocking, offensive awareness. Yeah, 81 overall for Corey Perry, I think is fair. Might even be a bit too high, but I think for a legend of his caliber, I think it makes sense that he would be 81 overall. I mean, I think all veterans should get quite a bit of respect. All right, back to Dallas. Our next player is Stephen Johns. He now plays for the AHL, so I'm just gonna let him be, honestly. There's no point really me touching him. Even though he should be lower overall, there's no point me touching him. He'll just be lower by himself. Same with Cogliano. He is playing in the NHL. Taylor Fadun now. Taylor Fadun. He's also playing in the AHL, so I'll leave him be. Jason Dickinson, however, this is a name that needs a huge overall boost. He's been really good. I think, I mean, not offensively per se, but defensively, he's definitely been really good. So I'm gonna make him a lot better. I also think, yeah, I agree that he's a two-way forward. So I'm gonna make his defensive stats a lot better because I feel like that's where he's gotten better. Whereas his offense is sort of similar or the same. He's also quite good at taking face-offs, I would say now. We'll upgrade that. He's had a few seasons with decent durability now. Aggressiveness can also go above. Poise also can go quite up, 83. Shot blocking can definitely go up to like 85. Defensive awareness can go up to like 86. Yeah, all right. I think 80 overall for Jason Dickinson is quite fair. His offensive stats are quite bad, but defensively, he's a beast. And that's exactly how I picture it. Next up, Martin Hanzal. I don't know whether he's still playing in the NHL, to be honest. Um, no, it seems he's retired. So I guess we'll just let him be because I think he'll drop off by himself. Next up, Justin Dowling. Also another player I don't know. Justin Dowling. He did play in the NHL. All right, we'll give him a bit of a boost. I'll make him a grinder just for the lulz, and we'll give him a bit of a boost. We'll buff his stats a little bit just so that he's a fringe NHL player because he did play in the NHL this year. So maybe 77, 78 overall should do for him. Yeah, 78 overall for Justin Dowling. Next up, Roman Polak. I've always had a soft spot for Roman Polak. Admittedly, he isn't that great of a player, and in fact, he is now in Czechoslovakia, so his career is over. So I guess we'll move him over to Czechoslovakia then. Or at least the closest thing we can do to Czechoslovakia. Allsvenskan, Champions Hockey League, Erste National League, Extra Liga, Dal Liga. I guess we'll just put him in the ECHL. There we go. Enjoy your stay, Roman Polak. Let's move on to Dallas goaltenders. Ben Bishop. He's an amazing goaltender. Don't get me wrong. I love Ben Bishop more than almost anyone, but he can never really stay healthy. That being said, last couple of seasons before 2021, he was staying healthy. So I'm not gonna touch anything besides his durability because I love him. I think he's one of the best goalies, honestly. It's just his durability, to be honest. Could go even lower. Yeah, I think 88 overall, 75 durability. I think that's good. Doesn't really change the way he's going to play on the ice. It just means he's more likely to be injured, which I think is more realistic. Next up, Anton Khudobin. Now, he is someone, honestly, I think the 83 overall is fair. Yes, he was a starter this year. Well, not the starter, but basically the starter. And he did well. He's been doing well. He always gets 30 to 40 games, and he does really, really well. So I think the 83 fringe starter is actually a pretty fair overall for him. Next up on the team list, we have Detroit. Dylan Larkin. I think he's good, honestly. If anything, this rating is a bit high, but I think he's fine. He's really good, but he's on a bad team. Next up is the big trade. Anthony Mantha over to Washington for Jacob Rana. I think Manta's overall is quite fair, to be honest. 85 is quite fair for him, I would say. Rana, though, could also be a bit higher, I would say. It's funny, because Anthony Mantha was quite good in the games that he played with Washington. Just that he's never really done that much for Detroit, so that's why I'm reluctant to give him an upgrade just based off of a few games. But Jacob Vrana, on the other hand, he has been magnificent for a number of years now. At least offensively, he's been scoring at will, even with Detroit. So I think he definitely deserves an upgrade. So I think his potential is fair. Body checking can go up to 80, endurance up to 87, passing can stay the same, soft shot power to 90, accuracy to 90. Basically, I'm going to make his shot really, really good, really deadly. Um, because I think, that's where he excels. One might even say his offense is a bit better. Yeah, all right. I think that makes sense. 85 overall as well for Jacob Rana. I think they're both really good. Both of them are like 85 overalls, in my opinion. Mantha and Rana. Tyler Bertuzzi, is he still playing for Detroit? I don't know. I don't pay much attention to Detroit. Yeah, he is still playing, and he didn't play that much, so I'll keep him at the same overall. Next is Philip Hronik. He's one player I quite like. Yeah, he was quite good numerous past seasons. I mean, he will grow. What I'll do is I'll give him a slight upgrade so that he's like um A will make him an offensive defenseman because I find two-way defensemen don't grow as well. And then B will just buff his stat. He's an 83 overall. So a really small upgrade, but I think it will help him quite a lot in the long run. There we go. 83 overall for Philippe Hronik. Next up, Danny DeKaiser. One of the worst contracts that I personally took in my Seattle franchise mode when I first started the franchise mode. Yeah, that was a bit of a yikes. I'm gonna keep him at the same overall and the same potential. Next up, Patrick Nemeth. I'm not sure if he still plays for Detroit, to be honest, but let's just see. Patrick Nemeth. He actually has returned to Colorado. Okay, so let's return him to Colorado, I guess. It's funny because Colorado doesn't even need Patrick Nemeth with how stacked they are. Um, so that really only just hurts Detroit even more, to be honest. Like I expect Detroit full on to be one of the worst teams, period. Next up, Valtteri Fupula, who honestly I think has left to Detroit as well. Actually, no, he is in Detroit. Alright, we'll keep him at the same overall. Now, Robbie Fabry, on the other hand, this is one guy that needs a huge upgrade. Robbie Fabry. He has been one of Detroit's best young studs. 18 points in 30 games this season. He was looking real good before he went down with an injury. Yeah, I quite like Robbie Fabry. I think his potential is fair, but his overall can be a lot better. Like 81, 82 overall. Maybe even 83. We'll see how far he gets depending on these buffs. Actually, I feel like his poise would be quite low. I think I agree with the 80 poise. Alright, yeah, I think 83 overall for Robbie Fabry is fair. I think he's quite good. I really like him as a young stud. We'll see what he does. Because even in my Seattle franchise, he was actually a really good player, even though he wasn't as high overall. So we'll see what happens now that he's been upgraded. Next up, Franz Nielsen, another trash contract. He is still playing, so we'll leave him at the same overall. Darren Helm. Next. Still playing, so we'll leave him at the same overall. Brandon Perlini. I feel like he's been traded. I don't think he plays for Detroit anymore. Yeah, he's actually gone to the Swiss A. I'm personally gonna keep him in the NHL because I think he's young, but I'll keep him at the same overall and same potential. Next up, Dmitrio Timashov, who is now playing for the New York Islanders. So let's get him over there. I think by far, though, Detroit is easily the worst team that we have done so far. Easily the worst team. They're just so many bad players. They're like among the worst teams in the NHL right now. There we go. Timashov is now in New York. Next up, for Detroit would be the legend himself, Sam Gagner. Oh man, what a meme! What a meme! The legendary Sam Gagner, playing for Detroit. We'll keep him the same overall. Next up, Madison Bowie. Let's see here. Mason Bowie is now in Chicago. Interesting. Chicago really likes picking up these random young defensemen, eh? That aren't even that good, though. Very interesting, I gotta say. Okay, I guess. Mason Bowie, off to Chicago you go. Specifically, yeah, Mason Bowie, you can go to Chicago. We'll continue with the. I guess we'll continue with Detroit. Just keep on going, basically. Next up on the Detroit roster, we have Philippe Zadina. Their only hope, basically. One of their best prospects. Not their only hope, but one of their surefire best prospects who have just hit the market. Definitely would say that Zadina is not a two-way forward. He looks more like a sniper so far, if I'm gonna be honest. And I think he could use the boost of an overall. I think his potential is fine, but his overall could go higher to like 79 or 80. I think 80 overall would be fair for him. He's not that great of a player quite yet, but he is getting up there. Um, Especially in terms of offense. Alright, yeah, 80 overall for Philippe Zadina. He should grow quite well. He's really good. Yeah. Next up, Alex Viega. Alex Viega is still playing for Detroit, so we won't touch him. Justin Abdelkader. He is, well, he's quite bad, if I'm going to be honest with you. He is a really rough contract. Um, he might have retired, honestly. No, but he went over to the Swiss A. So I guess that's a good thing. They get rid of the contract. Detroit gets rid of that contract of Abdelkader since he went over to the Swiss. I'll just send him to the SHL. gonna enjoy himself out there, I guess, for the remaining of his career. Next up on the list, we have. Oh boy, we still have a ton of players. Adam Ernie. He's actually one player I would give a massive, massive upgrade to. As well as that, he now plays for. Actually, he plays for Detroit, but I think he deserves quite a bit of an upgrade to his overall. I think he's quite good, to be honest. Like 79, 70, 79, 80 overall, I would say. His defense has definitely gotten a lot better. Um, yeah, like I would say his main improvements are in defense, although he has gotten better at offense as well. Yeah, I think 80 overall for Adam Ernie is more than fair. I think I might have even gave him a little bit too much of an upgrade, but we'll see. Next up is Jonathan Erickson. He now plays in the AHL. Actually, didn't play the whole last season. We won't touch him. He basically does not matter at this point. Luke Glendening now. I don't think he's too bad, but I won't touch his overall. Yeah, I won't touch his overall. Trevor Daly. He's fine the way he is. Christopher N. He's actually pretty good, to be honest with you. He is one player that I might buff a little bit. He's relatively good, I would say. I quite like him at least. But he does play for Frulunda now. I'm just gonna keep him as he is, honestly. Next up, Cody Gulobeth, which is a very weird name. Gulobeth. Right here from Mississauga. He is now in the Belleville Senators, which means he is now in Ottawa. So I guess we'll get him there. There we go. Enjoy your stay in Belleville. Zetterberg has retired, basically, so I'm not gonna touch him. I believe Kyle Brodziak has retired as well. Zetterberg has for sure retired. Brodziak has also retired, and Franzen has also retired. So, yeah, we're just going to keep them on the roster, but they're not actually on the roster. Next up, goaltenders. Jimmy Howard. To be honest, I'm not sure if he still plays for. Bernier, on the other hand, does play for Detroit. And he is the clear starter, it seems. So maybe a bit of an upgrade for our old pal Jonathan Bernier. And we'll see what is the other Detroit goalie for Detroit. Oh, Thomas Greiss, right. Okay. So we left Bernier at 81. And then Thomas Greiss was also a Detroit Red Wing. How did he do? I know he was stellar with the Islanders. Absolutely stellar. Yeah, let's get him over to Detroit, though. Detroit, and then we'll get Thomas Greiss, who is somehow 84 overall. We will definitely have to downgrade his overall, because he is not that good. This trade cannot be completed because New York Islanders would have less than 2 playable goalies. Okay. I mean, if it comes to it, I guess they can have Jimmy Howard. There we go. Not that Jimmy Howard is an actual Islander, but I guess I can have him. I mean, I did tell you, it is going to be realistic, a lot more realistic overall, but there are going to be certain aspects where you're going to be like, oh, why is, Howard in the Islanders? Okay, next up. So, Grice, he should not be 84 overall. Yes, he's a good goaltender, but I think 84 is a bit high for him. I think 83 makes more sense for Thomas Grice. And there we go. That's a roster for Detroit. So we'll move on to Edmonton next video. But for now, I thank you all for watching yet another episode of roster editing with yours truly, Legend3245. Thank you so much and have a good day.